Hello everybody, and welcome back to IXION. Last we left off, we jumped into the new system here, and we have encountered a dead UN ship, a massive dead UN ship. We also encountered one back in the Sol system, so it looks like, I don't know, kind of seems like the UN's doing better than the Dolos faction, but seems to be split up into 4 different parts. This is the main part, which currently has a lot of bodies around it. That is really messing with us. So we're going to get out of this area as soon as possible so people don't like lose a bunch of sanity, and also it's kind of hurting our trust from our crew. We're also trying to get another industrial area up and running so we can clear out those farm fields. Right now it's kind of looking grim with food, especially in Sector 2, as it always is. So we need to hurry up and fix that. We're currently investigating the collapsed food production district, so hopefully we'll be able to find something worthwhile there. Also, while we're at it, we're just going to go ahead and finish all these techs here so we can get the next outer ring and see what that holds for us. And we need to be sure to get some water, because we are running out of water, I think. Wow, yeah, we are definitely out of water. That's probably why we're losing food, actually. We have a ship focused on getting ice, correct? Yes, we do. Okay. Hopefully that'll rectify that very quickly.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Alright, what do we got here? Drilling through several layers of debris, the Relemur's team finally reached the vegetable production area. They were greeted by the floating corpses of UN soldiers and crew. A few district workers seem to have reached emergency cryopods before depressurization. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people. Hydroponic technology was used aboard the Etamanaki to grow fruits and vegetables in large vertical aisles. Recovered yield reports detail how hierarchical rationing reserved the rarest of foods for higher-ranking crew members. Although the remaining food production facilities are unusable, a few intact storage containers were found by the team. Retrieved resources have been prepared for extraction. Alright, let's investigate the animal pens. And right now, we need that food on the Tyquin, like, immediately. So we're going to disregard our need for carbon real quick, and we are going to go ahead and prioritize getting that food. And I'm going to say the same with silicone. We don't really need silicone. We're going to prioritize getting this food on board, because our crew is hungry. We got a few icicles floating around out there. Hopefully no one dies of starvation. We really need the crew to stay in good working order. So I'm going to focus down on this ice stuff. We need someone to mine it too, so I'm going to get one of our miner ships, probably the one that's focusing on carbon to do it. Go ahead and mine that, please, good sir. What's the probe gonna find? We'll see. Alright, cool. The miner's working on that. Once we get a bit of water back on board, hopefully we'll be able to solve at least some of our problems. We're getting a little full on the dockyards here. It's mostly because of food, though. I'm sure that'll solve itself.
Probe has completed its scan.
Let's, I guess, send the probe into all these other debris clouds.
The team has completed a task.
Okay, the production area... What the hell was that? That wasn't my dog. The production area has been gutted for several hundred meters. The huge amount of floating carcasses has made it difficult for the team to differentiate between what is an animal and what is not. The team did find several working cryopods and have been prepared for extraction. Production seems mainly to have been galliform. Though there are signs that rarer meats were produced, the Erlen Mayer's team wishes to specifically note that they found a cryopod containing a dog. The owner seems to have decided that the animal's life was more important than their own. Their corpse hangs onto the pod. Damn, dude, me too. I do the same freaking thing. Bypassing security measures, the Erlen Mayer's crew will bring the dog to the Tyquin. You're goddamn right we're bringing this dog to the Tyquin. We will honor his name and bring his dog back.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
What you got for me? Administrator, the animosity between former crew members of the Protagoras and Etamanaki is becoming a problem. Accommodating survivors from both crews together in the Taekwon threatens the stability of the station. Clan protocols recommend temporary separation till tensions ease. Initiate population transfer and individuals will be sorted automatically using the DLS database. Okay. Other crew members will move from Sector 2 to Sector 6. Yeah, sounds good to me. We need to move people anyway, so we're going to go for non-workers only. We're going to send 100 to 6, and we are going to build 2 new houses, or 3, that'll store everybody. But also make it easier for Sector 2 to not be so overpopulated right now. We also need to build the carbon production center here. It's going to take a bit. It's going to take a bit. I'm going to go ahead and turn off all the excess things we definitely do not need. I know you guys have been talking about it, and I will do it whenever we actually run into problems with power, which we currently are. So let's go ahead and save some power, especially whenever we turn on those houses. We'll get rid of the colonization training center. We don't really need that. We need water running. I think that'll be it for that sector. I will hold off on thawing out more people since we're having a food issue for the meantime. Everything here needs to stay on, and everything here pretty much needs to stay on. We should still be trying to produce some more. It's just taking its time. Okay, we are getting a lot of iron. We're not collecting corpses, right? If anything, let's leave these hooligans out there. We don't need people right now. In fact, we need less people, mostly because of food. We're trying to build that as soon as possible. Okay, Administrator, I did not expect this decision. I would remind you that Dolos regulations prohibit animals on board the Taekwon. I do postulate, however, that the animal's presence may be good for cruise morale. Goddamn right. We will make exceptions. Man's best friend, adopt the Borzoi. Borzoi. Okay. Make a cautious approach towards the self-contained area. Yeah, we don't want to puncture and depressurize and kill everybody, since there are possible survivors. Hopefully no one dies.
Population transfer complete.
Alright, we relocated that crew to Sector 6, and the housing problems here have subsided a bit, so it's a little bit better.
An accident has occurred in the Taekwon.
And we all have optimal working conditions for now. We need more steel mills that produce, well, steel. Our hull integrity is dropping by a lot. This hull depletion is absurd, especially with every jump. Insect farm has been disabled. I know. I'm trying to get stuff done here. Especially when we need some wowda.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, we are at least producing water. That seems to be pushing our food back up, thankfully. So for now, we seem to be surviving. Upon entering the area, the crew of the Erlen Mayer were confronted by a UN soldier exhibiting signs of extreme dementia. Yelling the words, "Die, Dolos scum!" They opened fire on our team. The confrontation ended with the depressurization of the area due to projectile fire and the death of both the soldier and 2 of the Erlen Mayer's team. Investigating what they could afterwards, the team was concluded that this was a place of indoctrination for the surrounding production zone workers. Remains of a statue dedicated to the glory of the Etamaki commanders were found, as well as other pieces aimed at condemning the enemies of humanity, Dolos and the Ashtangites. Huh. I wonder who these are. Leave the wreckage of the food production districts. Let's collect that science. Our stocks are getting a little full. We need more stuff here. We need more carbon or polymers here. We need a lot more alloys. We're not doing too great with alloys. We're actually losing a lot of hull integrity because of it. The technology fire station has been unlocked. Okay, there should just be one more. Yeah, the mushroom wall here, and then we'll be able to unlock the next ring of upgrades. Oh yeah, we lost some crew here, so we'll have to bring the Erlen Mayor back. Electronics factory has been hurt. That's not good. Administrator, inconsistencies were detected within a crew member's DLS records. After reviewing the data, I found that the crew member is actually a dog, a Borzoi to be exact. I have not discovered how it came to be on board. Its mere presence violates several health protocols. I will say that it does seem to be proving extremely beneficial for crew health. A decision must be made concerning the animal's fate. But official recognized the dog as a crew member of... Heck yeah, we're not getting rid of the dog. He is a member of the crew. Good. We have a permanent stability upgrade. Dog. That's awesome. We're just bringing him around the sectors like, hey dude, want to check out my dog? Heck yeah, that's awesome. I would literally do the exact same thing. I would not care. Okay, we've replaced the Erlen Mayor's crew. They're able to go back out there. We are going to do that. And we're gonna... How much does production cost now? We're gonna turn back on this EVA airlock, because we're gonna die without it, I think. It usually tells me on the hull activation. How much does it take now? 11 hull points per cycle are being... or 11 alloys are being used for hull repair. So we are going to need to step up our steel mill production. But currently right now we are... Well, hold on, let's turn this on.
Trust in your leadership.
That was dumb. I apologize. Let's turn this back off.
Power supply
Since they have the processors here, we'll be able to start the production of the new solar panels. Hopefully they hurry, because, oh buddy,
ship has arrived at its destination.
hull integrity is dropping. What do we got? Reactor wreckage. Our sensors have located a section of the Etamanaki drifting in space. First reports indicate that this wreckage was once the ship's engine room and reactors. We have arrived at the site. Only 2 of the Etamanaki's massive reactors remain. Initial reconnaissance revealed 3 places of interest: the thruster, the engine room, and the engine supervisor area. Yeah, let's investigate the thrusters. We'll wait to the engine supervision area, because UN people are becoming quite hostile towards us, so I will take that into account as I move forward. Okay. Again, we are kind of getting a little hungry out here. The sooner we get this electronics factory made, the better. And also the sooner we build that solar panel, the better, because we are kind of hurting right now for hull points, and it's getting a little too close for my liking. Okay, thankfully, it's fixed. Jeez. Since we do have a lot of polymers right now, I am going to remove this. I'm going to... Can I fit a mess hall right here? No, I won't be able to. I'd have to get rid of both of those apartments. And I'd have to get rid of those cryo bays. And I'd have to get rid of this memorial. I'll get rid of this cryo bay for now. We don't need to wake anyone up. The currently having a difficult time keeping our people alive as is. I'm going to store people in the cryo bays over here for right now. Let's get some people transferred over here. We'll get 10 transferred to, I think it was, yep, 6. So we'll do that. And we'll say, hey, we want 6 to hold these cryogenic bays. We'll say we want them to store the max. Sector 2, we don't want anybody there. So they will move them. Oh my gosh. They'll move them in that direction. Fire station dispatches trucks to put out fires. We haven't had problems with fires, to my knowledge. So we'll leave that be for now. We are going to go ahead and... We're not collecting bodies anymore, right? No, we should be. Okay, we'll turn on another one and turn it into cryo storage.
The sector is being overworked.
Why, though? How many crew members do we have here? Out of workers? We'll send 20 Sector 6's way.
Population transfer complete.
Okay, we're still quite overworked here.
A science shift team has completed a task.
What do you got for us? The Etamanaki seemed capable of achieving 2 different types of propulsion. The intra-system modes of propulsion has many similarities to Dolo's EKP. Cross-referencing mission data reveals a number of matches to the encounter near Saturn during the Tyquin's initial test phase. Their inter-system propulsion covers many of the basic operations of the Vol engine. Our team has noted that remains of the numerous accreditation areas, access to, and knowledge of the propulsion modes seem to have been strictly regulated. The 2 reactors were damaged at the same time as a larger superstructure, and our analysis revealed traces of gluon particles. I don't know what those are. Let's inspect the engine room. We'll see more about how it operated. Oh, there's something over here. And this seems like a giant thunderstorm area, so I'm not sure how we're going to be able to traverse that. Okay, hull integrity's going back up, thankfully. A little concerned there for a bit. We are getting rid of that. And we need someone to store the processors. Okay, so for stability here, we're going to put this legislative strengthening in. I say as we can't do anything with it. We can't get rid of this mess hall, can we? Nope, it holds... feeds up to 600 people. So if anything, we need to move the mess hall up her. So we'll do that. For the food, we're definitely able to feed our people with. Okay, this area is not overworked anymore, but it is having a homeless issue. And I don't know why, but for some reason, we don't transfer resources if we have, like, I guess, like, under a certain amount of stockpiles dedicated to alloys. It seems like, anyway. It's a little bit annoying because it kind of... Some crew members are injured. Okay, hopefully they're safe. Because it kind of seems like for some reason they just stopped transiting alloy or giving alloys to other areas, which I'm not a fan of because that really cripples our production.
A science shift team has completed a task.
Okay, I mean, we seem to be given alloys and stuff. Let's see what we got here. The Etamanaki's engines were not supported by a PA or even basic AI. Instead, crew members were consistently monitoring, adjusting, and repairing the engines and thrusters. Their living conditions were extremely precarious, and it would seem many of them were either prisoners or rejects from the population on board the Etamanaki. Traces of writing were found within some dormitory cells referring to genetic conatus and the Gitties, whatever those are. There are records of several serious breakdowns before the final explosion. Crew members would work waist deep in coolant, some dying while performing their tasks within the toxic substance. Those who refused were executed by their supervisors. Wow, that is awful. We're gonna hold off and just soak up that science because I don't want to die.
Our probe has completed its scan.
Store some of that in there. Oh, we need more storage for carbon here. Let's do that so we can deconstruct that. And we'll store that. And we'll get rid of this missile. Probe has completed its scan. Okay, do that so we can get some more water. We do have a decent amount of ice already, so I'm going to re-specialize our thing here. And we'll have it focus on ice if it's not doing anything else. Cell housing. Oh, that's literally just on the side. That's kind of gross. I'm sure that would piss people off if we did that. Then we have one more research to do. Let's see what the upgrades for the mushroom wall are, because if they actually increase the amount of stuff they produce, I'll probably invest in it. Because these farms right now are doing pretty good. We need better. As soon as we get that electronics over there fixed up, we are going to quickly readjust our stuff on the far side and solve this food issue. Because right now we're kind of like backed into a corner with how much space we have. I don't want to open up another sector, mostly because our hull will just keep taking damage, and that is not very cash money. And let's go ahead and investigate the engine supervision area. Hopefully there's no one left in there. Alright, electronics bay is working now. We are going to get circuits produced here, and we're going to move silicon to this area. So sector 3, we're going to get silicon maxed. We're going to hold on to electronics for 80. And that's what we'll do for right now. We're going to turn off these cryopod bays. Who is really hungry? Oh, they're hungry, yeah, okay.
An accident has occurred.
We are not going to hold silicone or electronics here. We're going to keep that in the other area. Please build it quickly. And we're going to get rid of this colonization training center. Sector 6, let's cut you in half there. No, sorry, no, Max. We'll cut Sector 3 in half. Because we need to get some of these alloys out of here.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
What are we looking for? What's going on here? Okay, Administrator, there are more than 85 crew members waiting for treatment on board the Tyquin. Based on your supervisor's training test results, you should have the skills required to solve this problem. I mean, we're doing fine, but I'll slap an infirmary here just to get one of those health centers up and going.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Alright, beautiful. We have an electronics bay here. We are going to immediately attempt to reorganize this area. We'll turn this EVA airlock on. We will remove this one, right? Building is not powered, and we are deconstructing it. Okay, we're going to deconstruct this and get rid of the memorial. Well, I don't know if we should do that right now. There's a lot of memorials we'll need to move. It's unfortunate. How are we going to do this? Because we need to feed our people. For right now, let me stick some insect farms over here, just for right now, and see if we can get some stuff going. Let's actually whip this around so it's closer to the area over here. We'll prioritize these. And I will drop Sector 3, or Sector 6, sorry, down to 80. Just so it can distribute some of its food. Alright, now build this. Need a lot of people over here. Don't worry, we can send 20 to Sector 6. Only workers, though.
Warning. A sector is being overworked.
Really? Let's turn this off, let's turn this off, let's turn one of those off. Let's turn this electronics factory off for now. Just so no one gets hurt. A crew member died for an accident. We should stop that immediately. Yeah, let's do this. Let's just completely dump everything out of here. Minimal. I don't want anything in here. There's a lot of alloys we're going to need to relocate. Actually, we don't have a connection to this site anymore, do we? Yeah. Okay. Let's put a insect farm right here then. Make that a high priority. Okay. Do we need a polymer? We don't really need a polymer factory right now. Alright, we have fixed this. Cut across here. So population transfer is working. Try to get some food production going there. Hopefully that'll make things a little bit better. Especially for Sector 2, which is struggling. This should be enough to house our people. I'll unpause this battery. We'll make these high priorities so they finish first. Then Sector 2, you're just starving, right? Yeah, you're pretty hungry. We're going to try to fix the starving thing first before we get rid of any memorials. That will severely hurt our trust. Or we might have to just rip the band-aid off now, get rid of those memorials, and then replace them whenever we specialize those sectors. And it seems like there's even less iron we're going to be able to touch here.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Okay, the engine supervisor area is mainly occupied by those of rank. Some had time to enter cryopods before the apparent depressurization of the area. Analysis of remaining computer infrastructure indicates that their directives were merciless towards the engine room workers. They treated them as expendable outcasts. There are traces throughout the entire supervisory district of hacking attempts. All ship computers dedicated to the engines and reactors were compromised, preventing the Etanaki from maneuvering and causing power failures throughout the superstructure. The Erlen Mayer's team has managed to extract remnants of the computer protocols that were used to do this. These fragments of code point to an author, the BMS. Relevant data has been sent to the Taekwon's Tech Lab for more detailed analysis. Okay, we'll just leave those propulsion systems alone. A lot of crap went on that place. Yeah, I think I'm just going to go ahead and rip this band-aid off. Because we seriously are not meeting our demands for food. And we're about to hit another meal cycle. And a lot of people are just starving. Okay, converts 2 waste into 1 food after 3 cycles. And it doesn't use a whole lot of power, but it uses quite a lot of people.
A probe has completed its scan.
So let's go ahead and rip this boo-boo off. wait, hold on. Let's wait till that electronic factory is actually
A
gone.
violent strike has started on board the Tycoon.
I'm guessing in Sector 2, yeah.
An accident has occurred.
Hey, for
in
right
the
now,
Tycoon.
let's get these going. Overworked. We'll cut that off for right now. And we will cut one of these bays off. We have a lot of iron happening. That's not choking us, right? No, it's not. Okay. Let's go to the industrial zone district for wreckage.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. I'm trying to solve this food issue here. Hopefully getting some insect bays in this area will help.
A science ship has arrived
I'm
and
gonna slap another one down too. Alright, scans have detected large quantities of steel around what appears to be wreckage of the Etamanaki's industrial zone. We have arrived at the ruined industrial zone. The view is intriguing. In addition to the general debris and bodies that float everywhere, there are large piles of previously molten metals that have been solidified when the area was exposed to the vacuum of space. The zone has been ripped open, and much of the interior appears to have been blown away. The structural tear extends into a storage area full of suspended yellow particles. Let's explore the industrial area. Let's be careful, though. It is an industrial area, after all. And what's new? What do we got? We got a nuclear power plant. Transforms 1 hydrogen into 10 power per cycle. That's not a whole lot of power. A water treatment center uses 50 waste per cycle to fulfill all water needs in a sector. That's nice. And then there's the train station, which speeds up crew transfer between sectors. Also allows for the expansion of some buildings influence to all sectors. Okay. A drone bay constructs and stores drones. Drones can be used to quickly transfer up to 10 units of resource at a time between sectors. I might do that. That is super helpful. A health center, capacity to heal up to 100 engine crew members simultaneously. The center can accommodate engine crew members from other sectors connected by train stations. Interesting. A hull template provides +1 stability whilst the cult of the hull is propagating in a sector. Or a hull temple, sorry. Exo Fighting Dome provides 1 stability in the sector. The bonus can be extended to each sector connected via train station. Observatory, +1 stability in the sector, but reduces the maximum hull integrity of the Tycoon by 25. It's fine. Algae farm allows for the creation of automatic harvesting up to 4 algae plantation, using a moderate amount of water to produce a large amount of food. What about this? Post-lunicalism cargo ship. Moves 20% faster. Or custom UI. Mine's 20% faster. Then we have the post-luna science ship. Moves faster. Hull. Tycoon moves 10% faster. Reinforced steel cladding. Hull deterioration will decrease. That's good. Workshop.
A science ship team
Mess
has
hall.
completed a task.
Can accommodate more crew. Food production speed is increased by 20%. Need that right now. Crop. Intelligent design. Food production is increased by 20%. And then farms produce 30% more waste. Let's get this food production increase. Administrator, we now have data to analyze Pyronesi hacking protocols. The associated research project can be launched in the tech lab. This should allow us to set up computer protection systems to reduce the impact of any digital attacks. Okay, hacking threat analysis upgrade unlocked for the Pyronesi. What do we got? The industrial zone itself is devastated. Both factory machinery and crew recovered by flying molten metal as depressurization occurred. I always thought the same thing about our steel mills. It's probably not the safest thing to just have those things out like that. As the metal solidified, grisly monuments were created. Sometimes all that remains of the body is a cracked metal shell. Cryopods found in the area have either been covered by steel or compromised. Our team was able to gather some information about the Etamanaki's production methods. Alright, let's investigate the storage area. Hopefully no one's dying by starvation. We seem to be... We need 75 crew. Or 75 in stock. The meal cycle isn't here yet, so... Hopefully we'll be able to maintain. Alright, we're able to store people here. Sector 6, Sector 3 is trying to get rid of all of its steel because we're trying to replace it with that good stuff. Let's get rid of this memorial. And we're going to hold on to that. Okay, get it down, get it down, get it down, get it down. The technology organized by ants has been unlocked. So we get even more food from our insect farms. 1.3.
Has completed a task.
Every 0.9 cycles, so it's a little bit faster. Okay, the storage area seemed to have been the battleground for a large, violent clash. Workers attempted to repel an invader using small firearms and improvised weaponry. Apart from the cutting laser marks across bodies and containers, there is no evidence that identifies the invader. The large majority of the storage area seems to have been emptied, but after some searching, the Erlen Mayor's team located a number of intact cryopods and resource containers. Everything has been prepared for extraction. Okay, we'll look for the source of the yellow particles. Let's be careful now that we don't explode, everybody. It's a very important part of our survival. The Nabruk, we'll have you prioritize that for right now. You guys don't have any more food. Just are not getting enough food. Let's cut this off. And we are going to place a crop farm here, sideways, of course. Boop. Then we're gonna have a little construct. We need at least one thing here. Let's get two. And we'll say, hey, we don't need to store that in Sector 6 anymore. Need to build more crops. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Please give me a processor. Okay, I think we've fed almost everybody, or a good amount of people.
An accident has occurred in the typhoon.
Thankfully. So we're kind of recovering with food. That means our trust is going up. Once we turn this into a dedicated farm area, I'll do the same for the other one.
Science ship team has completed.
And I'll probably fudge with mushroom farms. Let's get rid of this. Because we're going to stack this like this. Can I? Yeah, let's get rid of that. And I'll put another one beside it. What does the science crew do? Okay, the team followed the trail of yellow particles through the vacuum to another section of the Etenmenaki wreckage. It appears to have been at least partially spared from the destruction we have seen elsewhere. The particles come from the crushed and damaged flowers of yellow squash. A bed of frozen plants surround a large bronze sculpture, a depiction of Earth, crowned with laurels. Many messages have been left near the sculpture. Railing against the perceived enemies of humanity, Dolos and the Ashantagis, I don't know who those are, a plaque at its base reads, against the cynicism that kills hope, against the madness that precipitates hell. To perpetuate the genius of humanity and the memory of our life on Earth, there is a compartment beneath the plaque in which a sealed time capsule was found. It seems possible it could be opened. Yeah, let's open it. See what this time capsule has to offer. Who cares about tradition? Open that thing. And there's something in this area. Where is it at? Hello, hello. There it is. Okay, let's see what is over there. I'm guessing this is a very violent storm area, so we're gonna have to be careful. A lot of ships are probably gonna die. Sector 3. Let's keep at least 80 alloys here. We don't need to worry about not holding on to alloys anymore here. We will disable this for now. Let's get rid of all of this real quick. So we can place another... Oh, nice. That's lovely. A probe was lost due to space weather. So it can be damaged. That's not good, because on this side of everything, there is not a whole lot of iron to be had. Let's just try to find what we can for now. Yeah, we're still researching that over there. I'm glad we got dog. Robot dog.
A science ship team has completed a task.
What do we have? Man, inside the capsule were toys and other everyday items. Several objects were of unknown purpose. There was a packet of newspaper clippings that revealed some of what happened after the Tycoon first entered self-similar space. There was a total collapse of Earth's ecosystems, accelerated by the moon's destruction. In response, the United Nations installed a totalitarian government of planetary surveillance to protect the population from eco-terrorists and the continuous waves of pandemics. They prioritized corporate practices that supported the environment and its preservation. Individual responsibility seems to have become paramount. Numerous legal ramifications were implemented to counter any further acceleration of ecosystem destruction. In the time of crisis, and guided by the government, society seems to have turned on politicians, extremists, immigrants, and conspiracy theorists. One after the other, they portrayed them as possible scapegoats, holding them responsible for 250 years of industrialization, market disruption, superficial societal practice, moral decay, and hyperconsumerism. The Etemenaki was to be the Great Ark, the global project that would save humanity. Only those deemed well-behaved in the eyes of the government would be allowed on board. That faction of people, fanatics of mysticism, and proponents of genetic manipulation were left behind on Earth with the deviants and dissidents. Okay. So this was their arc, and it did not appear to do so well. We will probably check out one of these planets, because heck, staying around this gross destroyed area. And you were just flying right into this electrical storm.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Yes,
A
it is.
probe has been lost due to space weather.
Okay, it seems like we're not doing so hot when it comes to space weather. We can prioritize that. Well, this is a little scary. We might die. Mostly because of iron not kind of being around here. Oh, we also have these off. What the heck? Wonder how long that's been like that. Whoops, okay. At least we're able to build a lot of this stuff over here. That's a full farm right there, baby. We can hold 52 people now in these.
The probe has completed its scan.
What does it say? Speak to me. Oh, there's actually a lot of silicone right there, and ice. Alright, food is stabilizing. That is very good. Now that we're going to have a dedicated farming area, because each of these produces a little bit more than an insect farm. So we essentially have 9 insect farms right here. We're about to slap another 9 insect farms. That might not be enough to replace all these, but
A probe has been lost due to space weather.
it is very nice that this is a thing. It literally just dies as soon as it makes contact with the cloud, it seems. Let's make sure we have enough ice. Why are we not building? Oh, it's probably because I don't have a road that connects it to anything. That's probably a reason why we are not building that.
A probe has completed its scan.
Okay, more silicone and ice. Okay, you are finally done. Let's go check out this destroyed command center since we're right beside it. Have a look, see it. What's going on there? Alright, what happened to the destroyed command center? Initial reports indicate that we found the wreckage of the Etemanaki's command center. The UN ship appears to have been attacked. Although the command center of the Etemanaki is heavily armored, the structure has suffered terrible bombardment. It appears as if something sliced through the larger substructure of the Etemanaki. This must have dislodged the center and separated it from the rest of the ship. Numerous pieces of debris and corpses were floating around the ruin. We have located a breach within the armor plating that allows us to get inside. Well, let's go inside and check it out. Alright, cool. Now this is finally getting made. And we're still tearing that up. Sector 3, was it? Yeah, let's go for half storage there.
A probe has completed its scan.
Just try to find all the resources out in this area first.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
As long as they stay alive, we'll be okay.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather event.
Okay. Well, let's avoid these areas, shall we? I'm going to assume we can't go into this cloud at all. Even though it looks like we've mined a few of the resources. We'll actually do this area. We'll do these, since they're close-ish and they're not super deep inside the cloud. But what ship did we lose? And we lost a cargo ship. Cargo ship? No, cargo road.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay, and we're setting up... Oh, come on. Another farm. And we're gonna have to get rid of this building, this memorial.
A probe has completed.
And yeah, I think that will be a good stopping point. We're getting better on food, thankfully, and our water is going to be able to support that. And we have a plethora of ice, so I am none too worried. We're going to sort out Sector 2, kind of move industry around once food is sorted, and then once we get to a safe and effective way to manage our resources. Hopefully we're going to just keep these sectors for now. I don't really want to crack open any other ones for the meantime, because our whole integrity is getting pretty low. But yeah, we'll go ahead and call it here. Thank you all for joining. I hope you're enjoying. And rip to the UN ship that just got absolutely shredded. That thing is massive, though. Okay, bye everybody.